Hello and welcome to Namaste Thunder Bay. I'm Kelly Rooney and I will be guiding you through a yoga practice today. When we come to our mat and we practice yoga, we may bring a lot of things with us as we jump on the mat. It might be a desire to get fit. It might be a desire to find some inner peace or calm. What I have found personally is that whatever your intention, you're going to get all of the benefits out of yoga. So just make sure you listen to your body and you take care of yourself. If you have any injuries or conditions, take it easy. And if anything that I'm guiding you into doesn't feel right in your body, please just take a break or ease away from any pain or discomfort. The other thing is to remember that every body is different. We all have different proportions, so the way that a pose looks for me might be different than for you. So remembering that a part of yoga is practiced in the mind, and that is not comparing, not judging, being kind and gentle to ourselves. I try and offer as many modifications as I can so that it can be available to all levels. And we'll see what unfolds on the mat today. I want you to take a moment to settle into your body. It's a part of the process, so you can come into a seated position, or if you prefer, you can lie all the way back on your mat with your legs and arms stretched out, or if it's more comfortable to you, you can keep your feet planted with your knees bent. We want to take a moment to notice our breath. And a nice way to do that is to place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Start off by observing where your natural breathing rhythm is. Not forcing it to change, not trying to make it different. Just observing. Then we'll begin a Dirga 3-part breath. You'll inhale, expanding your belly, then your chest, all the way to your collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, chest, pressing all the air out from the belly. Inhale, expanding your belly, then your chest up to your collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, chest, belly. Continue that breathing, feeling the hand on your belly rise up and then your chest. Exhaling, feeling your chest lowering and then your belly. You can have a slight pause at the top of your inhale, noticing all the air leaving your body before you inhale again. When you're paying attention to your breath, you may notice that your exhale is longer than your inhale. You may also notice your mind beginning to slow down in its thoughts as you focus on your breath. That's a really good time to set your intention for your time on the mat today. You can take your hand off of your chest and your belly. If your legs are bent, you can stretch them out. Stretching your arms up overhead, making yourself as long as you can. Really enjoy a moment of stretching your body. You can lift your feet and your hands off of the mat and give a rotation to the wrists and the ankles, working in both directions. And relaxing and lowering down, you can bring your left knee into your chest, wrap your arms around your knee, give it a gentle squeeze in towards your chest. Loosen the pressure, bring the knee out to the side, and then press it again, coming in towards your armpit. Releasing your leg, let it float up into the air. Flexing your foot, take your hands to the back of your leg. They may fall on your thigh, the back of your knee, or up onto your calf. So wherever it's comfortable for you, just use the weight of your arms to help release the leg down towards you. Release your hands and let your left leg float back down. Inhale, bringing your right leg in, bending your knee, bringing it to your chest. Wrap your arms around, give it a gentle squeeze. Loosen the pressure off of the leg, take it out to the side and squeeze, bringing the knee in towards your right armpit. Releasing your knee, let the right leg float up into the air, flexing your foot, take your hands to the back of your leg. Use the weight of your arms to help release the leg down towards you. You may notice that one side is more flexible than the other or more challenging than the last. Either way, try to let go of any judgments. Just observing but not judging. Release the leg and let it float down. You can roll to your right side and press up to a seated position when you're ready. In your seated position, you can have your legs crisscrossed in front of you, or you can extend them out in front of you. You just want to make sure that you have a nice tall spine and that you're comfortable in your seated position. We're going to do a little bit of work to open up your shoulders and your arms. So taking your left arm up overhead so that your bicep is near your ear. You can bend at the elbow, taking the hand down behind your back. Taking your right hand over to your left elbow, you can put a little pressure to release it down your back. In this position, just remember to keep a nice straight neck and not allow your neck to fold forward. You want to be seated up in a nice straight spine, tall neck. Release your elbow and let your left arm come down to your side and bring your right hand up into the air, your right bicep near your right ear. Bend your arm so that the right hand is down your back. Take your left hand over to your elbow, and again, just give it that little bit of pressure to release it down behind your back. Release the arm and bring both of your arms down by your sides. We're going to take our left arm across our chest, and we're going to use the right hand or the crook of your elbow to press it gently across your chest. Releasing down, take your right arm across your chest. Use your left hand or the crook of your elbow, bringing it in toward the chest. Lowering down, we're going to come up onto our hands and our knees. When we're on our hands and our knees, we want our knees directly below our hips and we want our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to do a little bit of cat-cow breathing, which means you'll inhale and arch your back and look down to your belly button. Exhale, scooping your back out, bringing your chest forward and your head up. Inhale up to cat. Exhale out to cow. When you inhale up to cat, really feel that stretch in between your shoulder blades. Exhale, scooping your back out, chest forward and the head up. Coming to a neutral back, we're going to prepare for our first downward dog. Curling your toes under, pressing your hands nice and firmly into the mat. Bring your hips up and back for downward dog. In your first downward dog, you may want to pedal your heels, lowering one down at a time. You want to feel your belly button pulling in toward your spine, lifting your tailbone up toward the ceiling, sinking the heart down toward the mat, pressing the hands firmly into the mat. Walk your feet toward your hands. And allow yourself to come up slowly, one vertebrae at a time, so your head is the last to come up. And then you'll be standing near the top of your mat with your arms at your sides. We're going to do one sun salutation just to warm up and tone up the body. We'll start with our hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra, so your palms pressed together at your heart center. Take a full breath in, let it all out. Inhale, bringing your hands up overhead with your palms touching. Look up to your hands for a back bend. Exhale, coming forward, bringing the hands all the way down, still palms touching. Put your hands on the mat. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back into downward dog. Shift your body forward into your plank pose or a push-up pose. And then as you exhale, lower your body down slowly through Chaturanga, keeping those elbows nice and tight in toward the body. Relax your feet. Inhale, coming up into Cobra. Keep your elbows back, your chin up, your chest open, your shoulders down. You don't want to be scrunched up. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed and down your back. Exhale, pressing up and back to downward dog. Step your right foot forward and then your left foot forward so that you're in a forward fold. Bring your hands together, palms touching, coming all the way up, one vertebrae at a time, bringing your hands up to heart center and press them all the way up toward the sky. And then sink them back down to heart center. Now we just did one of that sun salutation, but if you want to, you can learn that series of moves and you can do it over and over again. It's a beautiful sun salutation to work on. Today I wanted to break things down more workshop style than regular class that will just flow from one move to another. So I did want to take you through our closed hips series. It's all going to revolve around your Warrior One stance. So for your Warrior One stance, I'm going to ask you to walk to the back of your mat. And I'm going to ask you to take a step forward with your left foot. So a nice deep step forward. When you bend, you want your knee over top of your ankle. On your right foot, you want to turn your toes out slightly to the side. This time, rather than having our body open like we would in a Warrior Two, you want to close the hips. So you want to center the hips forward. So with your hips squared forward, bring your arms up overhead, biceps by your ears, palms facing one another. This is your Warrior One stance. From our Warrior One stance, we can lift up onto our toes at